Hey guys, it's Austin the Doctor, and welcome back to another review of Overlord Season 3, Episode 3, obviously, and that's a lot of threes, right there. But I'm just gonna start off with saying, Nymphy, buddy, you gotta stop being so dense, to say the least. I even picked this stuff up through the episode, but we hear in the beginning about the Monument of Ruin has shown up in the Great Forest, and Lupus appears out of nowhere. If you don't remember who Lupus is, it's one of the not guardians, but one of the maids kind of thing that work for Lord Ainz, or Ainz himself, and Lupus thinks, Irni, or Eni, got taken away from Nymphy, and because of the goblin case. She was joking around, obviously, and it was just to kind of get up Nymphy's, nerves, but didn't really work. And we see Britta show up and to basically inspect the Goblin Kid, and she just is seeing everything as an adventure. Basically, a Goblin is obviously a enemy, no matter what MMO you play, unless there is a race that is that, but it's usually called something else. But anyways, we see Agu can't believe that humans and goblins get along so well peacefully, and it kind of shows that how that statement between the views on adventurers on goblins kind of reinforces that. But we see we basically get to hear about the three great powers: the great beast of the south, the giant of the east, the demon snake of the west. And we kind of, if you remember from season 1, the great beast of the west is now Ainz, and when he left, the forest went out of whack basically, and everyone's trying to make everything go back together, the giant and the snake. And the Monument of Ruin, the leader, controls the undead. And I'm like, okay, so we're talking about Ainz. The giant of the east and the snake are gathering troops to fight off the King of Ruin, which is Ainz. They want to use goblins as foot soldiers, so they can kind of have something to fight against, Lord Ainz. And the goblins ran away. That's why we have Agu over there. And basically, it kind of leads to that they might come over here to get the goblins that are in the village. So Agu basically kind of questions Eni's strength and why everyone follows her. And they kind of start joking with her that she's too strong. And the goblins kind of straight out say they don't trust Lupus because she's very. We'll wait until the end of this, but the goblins actually search through the forest to find more of the, tribe members of Agu, and they captured 5 ogres. And basically, Eni completely shows off her strength and makes the ogres bend to her will and accept her as a master. Eni and Nymphy are setting up the village for basically to defend themselves, and Eni is heading out to the city by herself because Nymphy isn't going to be able to because she has to heal the other people, and Nymphy doesn't get the fact that she wanted him to go with her, and I'm just like, man, come on, stop being so dense. Then Eni gets stopped at the gate when she's there. The guards are suspicious of her because of the magical item Ainz gave her that summons the goblins. Eni doesn't know the value of the freaking item, and I couldn't stop laughing like, oh, that is awkward. Then Ainz, or Lord Momo, comes in to save Eni, and they let Eni through because of Lord Momo, or Ainz. And Eni sees the item now is worth a lot because the mage kind of told her it's worth a few thousand gold, and she's questioning why Ainz gave it to her for free. And Eni goes to the guild and is told that she's going to need a lot of money to have some adventurer protect her, and it's starting to seem that Lord Momo is going to be there to defend it, not as Ainz. And having the 3 personalities, it's just wonderful. But we see the goblins are fighting over Eni again. It's funny to see that again. And Eni actually bought the weapons for the goblins. And this is starting to make me question, did she sell the item for all that stuff? Maybe someone saw the item and kind of like, oh, we're going to have to, you could sell that to pay for it. Then we see Lupus show back up, and the village chief basically wants Eni to become the chief after him, and Lupus tells Eni she's perfect for the position because everyone makes mistakes. no matter what happens, there's going to be a mistake, and she only knows 41 people that can be completely perfect, obviously hinting to Lord Ainz and his crew. But we see basically Lord Ainz actually lent Carne Village a few stone golems to build a house for the ogres. And I'm like, okay, so he obviously now knows what's going on. He's going to try to protect the village through his own way, probably Lord Momo. And we see kind of Nymphy kind of wants her to be the village chief too. I'm like, good man, good man. He's encouraging her, and with all his speech and everything. And if you do want to watch it, I suggest watching that part because it's actually pretty good. But she's now encouraged because of Nymphy to be the village chief, and we have to see Lupus watching over the village, and we see Yuri show up. Basically, Lupus tells Yuri that she wants to watch the village completely be destroyed. And I'm like, well, this is going to be interesting what's going to go on. But overall, this episode was pretty good. I'm really liking how this arc is going. Personally, I really think this should have been season 2, even though it's just like this in the source material. But they should have done that instead of having the lizards. I think the lizards would have been made more sense at this as the 3rd season. But, you know, what do I know, right? But anyways, guys, what did you think of this episode? I thought it was pretty good. I'm kind of happy we're going to see Lord Momo some more, obviously. And it's going to be very interesting. But anyways, guys, this is Austin Doctor signing out. Peace.